People hate lawyers. That's more than just a joke or a cliche. It's the truth. And there are a lot of reasons why people don't like lawyers. And some of the reasons are justifiable, and some of them aren't. Sometimes people will say lawyers are greedy, and there are greedy lawyers. But there's greedy people in every profession. There are greedy accountants, greedy mechanics, greedy plumbers, etc. Also, people will say that lawyers like to argue. Generally, they don't. Most lawyers want to settle matters amicably. They want to settle things through negotiation, and they want to avoid fighting things out in court. There are, however, a handful of lawyers who do like to fight and argue, and typically those lawyers attract clients who like to fight and argue and battle things out. I think one of the prime reasons why people dislike lawyers is because they dislike the law. They misdirect their animosity to the law towards lawyers. Lawyers simply use the law to represent their clients. The problem with the law is that there's so much of it. There's federal law, there's state law, there's municipal law, and then within the federal, state, and municipal governments, there are innumerable agencies and departments, and all of these have their own procedures and regulations and so on. So that you almost can't do anything, run a business, lease a piece of property, hire an employee, without becoming tangled up in these laws. And if you are unfortunate enough to end up in a legal dispute, and the other side has an attorney representing them, the lawyer is going to use all these laws and procedures to basically bludgeon you and to make your life very difficult and potentially even hurt you financially, damage your business, and so forth. And instead of having disdain for the laws that are being used, people just simply hate the lawyer who represents the law in that scenario. Another way this plays out is that people think that lawyers complicate things. So often two business people think that a transaction would be very simple until the lawyers get involved, and then the lawyers drag things out and complicate everything. But in reality, all the lawyer's doing is just making sure that all of the laws and procedures are followed. I'll give you an example of this. I once had somebody who was building a piece of real estate, and they needed an easement over their neighbor's property to accomplish one piece of the building. In order for this person to do this by the book, we needed the approval of 7 different people from the town where the construction was going on. And as you can imagine, some of these employees were too busy to get to it right away. They were on vacation, they only worked part-time, whatever it may be. So a simple little task or a little piece of a project took several weeks to do, and my client ended up getting upset with me. I tried to explain to him it's not me, it's the town's bylaws and it's the procedures that the town has in place. Right, so like I said, people don't like lawyers. Some of it's justifiable, but a lot of it is a misplaced or misdirected animosity towards the law itself.